I now have the extraordinary honor and privilege to bring to the festival stage Mohammed Sanusi II, Emir of Kano, Nigeria. I think I should just leave it there because it could go rapidly downhill from here. The Emir.
Good evening. I don't know why Dele said to go down. You know, he slanders me all the time. Okay, Dele gave me a topic, which I amended slightly. He wanted me to speak on how we can stop reproducing poverty on an industrial scale. And, you know, in my new role now as Emir, I have learned to be a bit more diplomatic in my choice of words. And so I'm just calling this perspectives on development in Africa, but hopefully, we'll get there through a more diplomatic route. So what I'm going to do today is talk to you, share some views about my own perspectives on African development today, the changing world in which we are, what I think we need to focus on, and hopefully a lot of the conversation will come up when I sit with Francis after the presentation. In a very basic sense, you've seen enormous improvements in living standards over the last 65 years. You can see from these two maps what has happened to life expectancy over that period. In the developing world, it was only half of what was in the United States. It's now beginning to close the gap. And we've seen improvements all over. The same thing with the poverty numbers. We've had major improvements in living standards globally. Hunger, poverty, illiteracy, and child mortality have all been reduced by 40 to 50% relative to their 1990 levels. And this graph shows that. However, now this is distribution between different poverty thresholds, and this is basically sub-Saharan Africa, but you have regional disparities. In every region of the world, poverty has come down, apart from sub-Saharan Africa. So you can see sub-Saharan Africa, we've moved up from 1990 to 2015. So the global reduction in poverty masks increase in poverty levels in Africa. And if you followed the Goalkeepers report last year with Bill Gates, the numbers have been alarming. In the last 40 years, China has lifted almost 700 million people out of poverty. And according to the Gates Foundation, by 2050, 85% of extreme poverty in the world will be on the African continent. And half of those will be in Nigeria and DRC. Now, one of the major drivers of poverty is the population growth. Median projections show that by 2020, by 2100, right? Africa will cross the 2 billion mark if we continue at this rate. Fertility rates are among the highest in the world. In Chad, 6.3, Nigeria, 5.5, Ghana, 4, Egypt, 3, India, 2.7, Brazil, 2.5, Iran, 1.9. And within the countries, you've got regional variations. So in Nigeria, you'll find much higher fertility rates in the north, where you also have the highest levels of poverty, as we'll see, than in the south. So we use Nigeria as an example and try to see what patterns can we have. Across income levels, the poorest tend to have the highest fertility rates. The education of girls is a major driver. The higher the levels of education of girls, the lower the fertility rates. And then the region obviously is just reflection. So in Nigeria, the Northwest is where you have the highest level of, lowest levels of girl child education, the highest number of out-of-school children. And that's where you also have the highest fertility rates, so you've got this connection. So from this, we can begin to say, what do we need to begin to look at? And here I'm playing my role as an advocate of the UN SDGs. You've got 17 of them. I told them from the beginning that I'm interested in only 2, SDG 4 and SDG 8. I'm not interested in all of them, I'm interested in subsets of that. I'm interested in girl-child education, and I'll say why. I will come to that. I believe that the single silver bullet that will solve 70% of our problems in Africa will be the education of the girl child. And an opportunity for women to earn a living, because that deals with malnutrition, it deals with infant mortality, it deals with maternal mortality, it deals with child spacing, it deals with extreme poverty, all the HDIs that are today embarrassing us basically begin to disappear once we keep girls in school longer, improve the quality of the education, and then give them an opportunity to earn something. So ensuring inclusive and equitable quality education, especially for girls, and promoting sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth, full employment, and work for all, especially for women. A number of countries have realized this, and at least policy statements have been made. In Nigeria, there is a policy around population, which we hope will be implemented, reducing national population growth to about 2%. Nigerian population has been growing in northern Nigeria at the rate of about 3.4% annually. That means the population has been doubling every 20 years. Now, if you think of northern Nigeria in 1960 and today, at that rate, you now have 8 times as many people living in northern Nigeria as were there in 1960 in the same area, on the same resources. And then your farmlands have become houses, your grazing routes have become farmlands, and you have conflicts between herders and farmers, and you don't understand where the conflict is coming from. You're producing children, and they're all roaming the streets. In Kano State alone, we have 3 million children out of school. The system cannot cope, and we don't understand where that is coming from. Children are dying. In my state, Kano, 58% of all under 5 children suffer from malnutrition. 48% of all women of reproductive age are anemic from iron deficiency. As a result, we have one of the highest infant mortality rates in the world, one of the highest maternal mortality rates in the world. But the solution is not to keep saying, find money to build more hospitals, find money to build more schools. That is part of the solution. You also have to reduce the rate at which these children are just being produced.